Hey, I'm Tony, a therapist who specializes in sleep and insomnia. Welcome to my channel where we dive deep into the science of sleep and how to make it less scary. Today, we're going to explore a fascinating concept that connects an old psychological experiment to improving your sleep quality. Have you ever found yourself staring at the ceiling at 2 a.m., wondering why you can't sleep, starting to get frustrated, getting worried, perhaps wondering what's wrong with you? Stick around to learn how the principles observed in Pavlov's dogs can help us spend less time awake in bed and more time enjoying restful, restorative sleep. If you've been struggling with sleep for a while, chances are that you spend a lot of time awake in bed. That time is spent tossing and turning, trying to sleep, and it's totally understandable. You haven't been sleeping well, so you should try harder, right? Let's talk about sleep efficiency. Sleep efficiency is a measure of how much time you're spending awake in bed versus actually sleeping by dividing the total time spent asleep by the time spent awake in bed, and then multiplying it by 100 to get a percentage. High sleep efficiency, which is considered 85% or higher, tends to mean better quality sleep. Most people with insomnia have very low sleep efficiency. They have the opportunity to sleep, but the quality is poor. So let's talk about the tale of Pavlov's dogs. Ivan Pavlov is a Russian psychologist who showed us how associations could trigger physical responses. In his classic experiment, Pavlov rang a bell each time before feeding his dog. Eventually, the dogs began to associate the bell with food and would begin salivating at the sound, even if no food was presented to them. Similarly, if you spend a lot of time awake in bed, worrying or planning or doing other things like being on your phone or other stimulating things, your mind starts to associate the bed and nighttime with these activities. Your brain isn't the enemy, it's just doing what it's used to. Just as Pavlov's dogs learned to associate the bell with food, if you haven't been sleeping well, you can train yourself to associate bed with sleep again, with less anxiety and worry. So that means making your bed a cue for sleep and nothing else. Doing this helps to increase the likelihood that you're going to fall asleep easily once you get into bed. And if you do wake up in the middle of the night, which is also very normal, that you're able to fall back asleep when you're sleepy enough. So here's some strategies to improve your sleep efficiency. Number one, stop trying so hard. It's easier to stay awake than it is to force yourself to sleep. Give yourself time to unwind after a really stimulating evening or day and do things that you actually enjoy. Excessively preparing yourself for bed isn't going to make it any easier. It's going to make it actually a lot more stressful. Number two, try to limit activities in bed. So really reserve your bed exclusively for sleep and sex if you can. Try to avoid watching TV or scrolling on your phone too much, and especially avoid working in bed or doing other stressful things. Move these activities to a chair in your room or a comfy spot even next to your bed. Create a little nest where you can browse on your phone as much as you want before bed, but try to stop doing those things in bed because it's going to associate bed with wakefulness. Number three, create a pre-sleep routine. So a consistent pre-sleep routine like reading or meditating, prayer, writing down worries, journaling, whatever it is that you enjoy that helps you unwind your mind. These things don't force sleep or make sleep happen, but it really just helps your mind unwind, especially from a busy day or if you're feeling anxious. It just kind of helps to set the stage for that to happen. So try to optimize your sleep environment, a comfortable mattress, a cool room temperature, reducing the lights before bed, and a place that's quiet contributes to making your bedroom a place that's more conducive to sleep, a better stage for it to happen. And finally, try to respond to restlessness. If you've done all those things, you're still tossing and turning, you're not actually feeling sleepy. If you've been lying there for like 20 minutes or even longer, try and get up and do something until you feel sleepy again, because you will. We've all had nights where we've gone out late or traveled, or maybe we had to do things in the evening and ended up going to bed a lot later. We've all had nights like that. But those nights tend to have much more restful sleep because you cut out all that time that you're tossing and turning. You're feeling really, really sleepy when you actually get into bed. This helps to prevent your brain from associating bed with wakefulness. So by applying Pavlov's principles of association, we can train our brains to strongly associate bed with sleep and relaxation, and making nighttime a lot less scary. So remember, creating positive association signals to our brain that it's time to rest and unwind. And with some patience and consistency, you can transform your relationship to sleep. I'd love to hear about your experiences with sleep or what you might be struggling with. Have you noticed whether certain habits make it harder for you to sleep? Share in the comments below. Let me know if you have any questions. And if you have been struggling with chronic sleep problems, remember that while general advice can be helpful, personalized advice is even more effective because everyone's situation is different. Everyone's different in terms of what they need around sleep, and also the challenges can differ between people. Thanks for joining me today. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend or family member who might be struggling with sleep too, and don't forget to subscribe for more insights into the science of sleep and help make sleep less scary. Good night.